everybody, it is Calxiyn and Hunter here. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys should become patrons over on Patreon to support the channel, and you guys should subscribe for daily RWBY videos. So today we are talking about episode 12 predictions, because I wasn't originally going to do this video, but we've been talking a lot in the Discord server about foreshadowing and all these things, and somebody brought up in Arnold's Discord discussion on Saturday, it's Monday now, that basically they think that John's reference to, oh, this mech is probably used to kill Grimm when Grimm come from the sea is foreshadowing. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It is probably foreshadowing. And the thing was, Hunter wasn't available to record on Sunday. And so I just kind of had my ideas and I wrote them down, whatever. Then on RWBY Rewind, there was a clip today. And the clip was all of the Atlas people in that room cheering. And it's so jarring to see the three men and then that girl, like the little tiny girl that I still think is going to be important. Neo, right? And you see a red dot booping on the radar, and so I'm assuming that that is probably a Grimm, right? And so that's why I wanted to do this video, because like we were gonna talk about a Grimm coming out of the ocean anyway, but it seems more confirmed that that's what's gonna happen. So it seems like the mech fight is done, right? They've taken down the mech, but now that they've taken down the mech, there's nothing to fight the giant Grimm in the ocean. And so it seems like that while Blake and Yang are fighting Adam, what's gonna happen is Team RWBY is gonna have to fight the Grimm.
Yeah, a new big giant
big Grimm. I mean, here's what I think is happening. They're gonna take down the mech first. The mech is gonna be down. Then the monster's just gonna pop out of the water, and it's gonna be like, oh my gosh. Because in the rewind, Oscar is still explaining how the dust pops compared to how the missiles pop. The missiles pop outwards, and so Oscar is saying you could explode them, right? Like if you hit the missiles when they're still inside the cartridge. And so I'm guessing they haven't really taken down the mech yet, but they're gonna take down the mech. Then when the mech is down, the Grimm is just gonna pop. And I feel like that the posters that we saw in Volume 6, Tristan the Mist, which had the waterfall and all that, where Yang and Blake are, which seemed to be a romance movie, the Bumblebee video. And then the Grimm in the Deep is a reference to these two fights that are happening right now. Okay. Like Tristan and Mist is Yang and Blake, but Grimm in the Deep is the monster that's coming from the water. So now the question is basically, it seems like Adam and Yang stuff is going to resolve this episode. So I feel like the final fight of the season is going to be sort of this massive Grimm and like maybe dealing with some Adam leftovers, but that'll probably be it. So the question is now, what type of Grimm do we want in the water?
Okay, for one comment is that when I had first heard that, I thought it was a reference to the Blake and Sun fight from Volume 4.
Oh, the sea dragon?
The sea dragon.
Oh, when John said that, but he doesn't know about that.
But, I mean, I guess maybe they were like, hey, so what was it like? And it was like, oh, yeah, sea dragon. So I thought it was a reference to that.
John was like, oh, maybe it's like in the water.
But with the added bloop, 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 I'm like, okay, it's not that. So do you think I think the return of the sea dragon would be like, Pete, no one really liked that fight too much.
I don't think it's going to be a sea dragon.
You know what I would kind of like?
We have some suggestions.
This is kind of stereotypical, but I really like giant octopuses.
I was gonna say
Grimm
that.
Octopus.
I want an octopus. And some people, is Cthulhu and octopus the same thing?
Cthulhu is technically a god that just kind of has
Maybe
a body,
say that
like
right?
have a must. Yeah, no, Cthulhu is.
Is the water?
It's what?
In the water. Cthulhu in the water.
I don't, because he was from a book by not H.R. Geiger. It was H.P. Lovecraft.
Siri, look up Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Cthulhu, got it.
Here's what I found on the web for H.P. Lovecraft.
I don't, but yeah, he was
I don't know what a Cthulhu is.
He has like wings, and he has an octopus head, and like arms and body and a torso.
Oh, then maybe people want like, hold on, we're just gonna show the cover of the book. Maybe people want that to come out of the water. Maybe it's that thing. Cthulhu mythos. Okay, writers.
Look up photos of it. You'll
present as self-conscious story. I like octopuses, so that's kind of what I want.
I love me
octopus.
Some like, even it was in Solo. Got big octopus in The Abyss Surrounds Us, which is a very good obscure novel.
Ursula from The Little Mermaid, my favorite
Ursula.
octopus. Okay, so people have some images right here, so I think people want a Grimm that looks like that, like big, with the octopus face.
Octopus face.
You know what that looks like though? That looks like the guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, Davy Jones.
Is he supposed to be a Cthulhu?
No, he's Davy Jones. He's
okay,
like just
but why
like,
does he have the octopus then?
because he's like been cursed by the ocean.
Okay, but is it
Although
a
there is
Cthulhu
a kraken in that movie, I believe.
Yes. Okay, so that's the other thing that I was trying to say. I was wondering about a kraken. If we could have a kraken.
Kraken would be cool.
So
too.
octopus, kraken, big fishy. That's basically it. I don't know what
big
other
fishy, because
Yeah,
I just
like a
imagine
big
like
fishy.
a trout or something.
Okay,
Like,
so
oh, it's the evil Grimm crab.
in Animal Crossing, there is something called the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold the phone. I thought it would be like giant turtle monster or some shit.
Oh, I like that.
But like that was also from The Abyss Surrounds Us. Or like I don't fucking know.
It'll make sense when I say it. Okay, just let me talk, Hunter.
Tom Nook bursts from the.
Okay, so in Animal Crossing, there's something.
What's the?
There's something
what's
called
the,
an ocean sunfish.
What's the mole that pops up that's angry?
Rossetti?
Yeah, it's Rossetti.
It's
Pops
not
up like
Rossetti.
you did not reset this season of RWBY.
Okay, so it's a circle, right? It's a circular fish with giant fit. Actually, give me a piece of paper. I'm gonna draw it. Hold on. Oh wait, we have the whiteboard. We can use the whiteboard in a video. Okay, give me this. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so basically the ocean sunfish in Animal Crossing. I'm gonna show you guys. So it basically like.
That's actually a very nice circle you drew.
Oh, thank you. So it basically.
Is it gonna look like an anglerfish? Because spoilers for Aquaman, there are scenes where they have to deal with a bunch of anglerfish men in a trench, and it's terrifying.
Okay.
And if RWBY pulled something like that off,
So
I'd be cool
here's
with
my
it.
artistic representation of the sunfish.
It looks so nice and kind. Is that a mouth and an eyeball?
Yeah. So it's flat like this.
Yes.
But it has this giant circular body, and so I was thinking, what if there was a Grimm that was circular like this?
Like a manta ray, like a stingray?
Yeah, not that like that, but actually had the mouth up here.
Okay.
So if I change it, that's what the ocean sunfish in Animal Crossing looks like. See, I totally thought this out, guys. But what if the mouth was up here? And so basically it would be a giant round fish, and when the mouth opens, can you imagine, like, it would be basically a ball-sized Grimm with two giant fins and then a big chompy chomp mouth.
Okay, I see. And
so,
that's like a profile of
yeah,
it.
and that's like a side profile,
Okay.
and so you'd see it come up like that.
Okay.
So it would be sort of flat, but it would be like a ball. Like it would be a ball with eyes and like a mouth.
Truly
And
terrifying
so,
creatures of the deep.
When I say big fishy, that's kind of what I mean by big fishy.
What
But
if,
I would
'cause,
prefer octopus if I'm perfectly
Because
honest.
Kraken and Cthulhu, even big fish, that's been done before. What if it's like a platypus?
Well, let's try to think
Or like a
of
swordfish.
in
I like platypus,
In
actually.
Greek mythology,
Yes.
there's that thing with, is it Perseus? That has to save the girl because basically they use her as a virgin sacrifice to make sure Poseidon doesn't get mad, and then Poseidon releases that monster, and people think, like, because of that, like, one movie that they did of it, like, that it's, like, releasing the Kraken, but it's not a Kraken, it's actually something else, and it's, like, a Cyclops. Something, some ocean cyclops, and so I guess in this one movie they did like release the Kraken, but it wasn't a Kraken, it was a Kraken or something like that. It was something else.
It wasn't Jason and the Argonauts. It must have been
We watched it in my Greek myths class.
Yeah.
It was basically like a story.
It was stop motion, right?
No.
Oh.
It was like real people. It was like the story of Perseus or something, and he saves this like.
Was it modern or old?
It was old.
Were like the monsters stop motion?
The monster was like weirdly green screen. It's just hard to explain.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys understand what I mean. So I think that it would be interesting.
Might have been Battle of the Titans.
Maybe something.
Or a similar name.
It was weird. That's the point. And so I would like them to go more mythological, and so to think about sort of stories with like ocean related things. You obviously have the Little Mermaid, right? Ursula's an octopus. I would like some sirens. I think that would be cool to have a pack of Grimm instead of one big Grimm. To have a pack of sirens that are doing siren songs, right? Because then people would have to cover their ears and all of that stuff, and they're all talking to each other while they're in the air, and so it'd be interesting if that big bloop is actually like multiple. So
what if
it's
it's
like
a giant clam?
A giant
big,
oyster?
A giant oyster.
Have you watched Alice in Wonderland recently?
Oh, when they
there's
eat
that
the
story
baby
of
oysters.
there's a story of the little oysters, and then the seal eats all them.
And they're all meant to look like babies. That's
yeah,
fucked up.
And so I would kind of like something like that. Obviously, piranhas are very popular.
Piranhas are very popular. I'm trying to go like, what if it's just a giant manatee? Like it's a it's a mana whale.
Oh,
a mana Grimm.
I would
Grimmatee.
I'm hoping for an octopus.
Yes.
But at the same time, I don't know enough about ocean myths, and I don't think
I
there
feel
are
like
a lot.
octopus,
you know
like them
mean?
jumping between like the,
Tentacles?
it would be more
really
interesting
good.
a fight.
I agree.
Like,
I'm hoping for octopus. That's basically what I'm saying. But I mean, the only thing that has ocean mythology really is Greek and other myths, like Greek and Roman myths. Like fairy tales do not usually take place in the ocean because they're supposed to be allegories for peasants, like in peasants and their lives. So it's not like there's some like. What are you laughing at? What do you have to say, Hunter? Go ahead. What are you thinking
imagine,
about?
like, because you said not a lot of myths involve water, and I was like, oh, what religious stories involve water? And I just imagined the bloop as Jesus just running really fast on the ocean. Like, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm like, oh, no, it's a Jesus Grimm.
Do you remember in Prince of Egypt when he parts the things and you can see, like, the whale or whatever in the water?
Yeah.
I want, like, a whale Grimm or something like that, too.
Whales are too cute.
But yeah, so those are our ideas. I'd like to hear from you guys, though. Again, I'm hoping for octopus, but it could be literally any underwater creature. So if you guys have better ideas, I like giant turtle, I like octopus, I like kraken, like the actual kraken. I like sort of the Greek myth cyclops one that was supposed to be that thing that Poseidon had or something. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's one of those things where it's like for the movie they called it a kraken because that sounds better.
But it's not actually a kraken.
No.
So you mean octopuses, big octopuses, shouldn't be called krakens?
No, I mean...
Wow, that's upsetting.
No. In the movie, it's some sort of cyclops man, and they call him a kraken.
Oh.
But he's not.
Kraken.
He's something else. So krakens are octopuses.
Okay. Well,
so,
you almost blew my mind away.
No. So octopuses, turtles, whales, sunfish, or ocean fishes from Animal Crossing.
Jesus running on the water.
Whales.
Clams.
I like the idea of a turtle because I'm thinking of the Aladdin movie, King of Thieves, where they go to that turtle island.
Big monster turtle. That's Cthulhu. And I believe I had said platypus.
That's basically it. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys want to support the channel, you guys should be patrons just like our wonderful patrons whose names will come on the screen now. $10 patrons get videos sometimes 2 weeks in advance, sometimes 3 weeks in advance, basically much earlier than anyone else. They can also request us to do a video for them, so this could be a reaction, a theory, a discussion, anything like that. Our $5 patrons get a week in advance early access or somewhere within that time frame, so between 2 days early and 7 days early basically, but usually it's 7 days early because I'm good with my scheduling. Anyway, our $1 patrons and all of our patrons above the $1 tier get access to our Discord server, so if you guys want to talk with us, talk with other fans of whatever you're watching right now, you guys can, and I hope that we will see you there. Bye.